Before we pray, close your eyes for a moment. Breathe slowly. Let go of your worries and allow the peace of God to touch your heart. How many times have you asked yourself why it hurts so much? Why does God seem silent for so long? Sometimes, pain comes like an uninvited guest. It walks in, rearranges everything, and leaves marks no one else can see. Yet even when your heart doesn't understand, God is still writing a good story. Pain is not the end, and it's the process. It's not punishment, it's refinement. What makes you cry today might become the testimony that restores another soul tomorrow. God never wastes a single tear. Every wound can become a seed of purpose. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, He's building something within you. So before asking for answers, just rest. Let the Holy Spirit touch the tired corners of your heart. Today isn't about understanding. It's about trusting. Close your eyes again and whisper in silence, "Lord, I don't understand, but I choose to trust you with my pain." This is where healing begins. Lord, I place before you everything that has been weighing on me, the pain I never confessed to anyone, the fears that visit me at night, the memories that still hurt when I try to move on. You know every tear I've held back, every silent ache hidden behind a smile. Today, I don't want to run from the pain. I want to give it to you. How many times have I tried to be strong, believing that carrying it alone was a sign of faith? But now I understand that faith isn't pretending to be unshaken. It's admitting my weakness and putting it in your hands. It's recognizing that I'm small, but I have a great God. Father, transform my pain into purpose. Let the wounds of my past no longer burn but become marks of healing. Where fear tried to silence me, teach me to trust again. Where discouragement tried to stop me, breathe your Spirit and reignite my hope. Renew my faith, Lord. Let it not depend on what I see, but on who you are, the one who never leaves even when everything falls apart. Teach me to see your hand in the things I still don't understand, and to worship you even when my heart bleeds. Today I surrender the control of my story to you. I place in your hands everything that hurts, everything that exhausts me, everything that steals my peace. May your love fill the empty places left by pain, and while I wait, may your purpose bloom within me. Lord, there were moments when I looked at my suffering and asked, why? And silence seemed to be the only answer. But now I understand that when I don't see your hand, you are still working. The pain I thought would destroy me is the very tool you are using to shape me. What once looked like an ending is becoming a beginning. You are the God who turns tears into lessons, loss into strength, and deserts into encounters. Every time my heart broke, you placed a piece of yourself in the cracks. It's there in the emptiness that your presence reveals itself most deeply. When the ground beneath me gives way, that's when I learn the beauty of trusting you. When my strength runs out, I discover that your grace is enough. What the enemy meant to harm me, you are using to heal me. Lord, I thank you because pain does not have the final word. You do. Even when I don't see it, I choose to believe. Even when I am wounded, I choose to worship. Turn my story into a testimony of your faithfulness. Let what once weighed me down become light for others. And when I look back, may I see that every tear had a purpose. Today I declare that my pain will not be in vain, because your love is, giving it meaning I could not yet see. Lord, there are moments when I seek you and hear nothing. Heaven seems quiet, and my heart wonders where you are. But today I choose to believe that your silence is not absence, it's movement. You have not forgotten me. You are preparing the ground where your purpose will bloom. When it seems like nothing is happening, that's when you're working behind the scenes. While I cry in prayer, you're arranging paths I cannot yet see. While I wait, you're opening doors that no one can close. Your wisdom is perfect and your timing never fails. You see what my eyes cannot, and you know the exact moment when every miracle should unfold. Teach me not to mistake silence for abandonment. Help me to praise you even when I don't understand the rhythm of your plans. God, I believe that every second of waiting is part of your construction. While it looks like I'm standing still, you are aligning my steps. While nothing seems to change around me, something powerful is growing inside me. Trust. I don't need signs to know you are near. I just need to remember who you are. the God who works in silence but never stops moving. Let your will unfold in its perfect time, and let your purpose stand above my desires. Lord, true faith isn't born on easy days, but in the moments when everything seems to fall apart. It's when the soul bleeds and still decides to trust that faith becomes real. The trials I face aren't meant to drive me away from you. They reveal who you are within me. When everything shakes, your love holds me steady. When fear whispers, your voice declares, I am with you. Today I understand that faith is not the absence of pain. It is courage in the middle of it. It's continuing to believe that the impossible will happen. It's walking forward without seeing the end of the road because I trust the one who leads me. Lord, teach me not to fear the fire of testing, for I know it doesn't come to destroy me but to refine the gold inside me. Let my faith not depend on feelings but on the truth that you are faithful. Help me not to complain in the desert, but to recognize that even when there's no visible manna, your provision never fails. May every battle make me wiser, more sensitive to your voice, and stronger in hope. I declare that my faith will not die in the storm. It will grow, it will flourish in the impossible, rise above the winds, and prove that you, Lord, are worthy of trust in every season. Lord, there are moments when everything feels beyond my strength, yet it's there that your grace reveals itself most clearly. When my body is tired and my soul feels weak, your spirit rises within me and whispers, keep going. This is not the end. In that gentle, steady voice, I find a strength that isn't mine. Your grace teaches me to walk, even when my steps tremble, to sing, even when my heart feels heavy, to keep believing that the impossible will happen. Because you are the God who turns despair into hope, scarcity into provision, and tears into testimony. Today I choose to look beyond what I see. Where fear sees walls, faith sees doors. Where logic says it's over, your power says it's only beginning. Nothing is lost for those who trust in you. Lord, I don't want to merely survive pain. I want to grow through it. Let me see your hand parting the waters where there once was only an ocean, and creating a way where there was none. Fill me with your grace until it becomes my strength, until your power lifts me and takes me to places I could never reach on my own. I believe it, Lord. The miracle is already on its way, and when it arrives, everyone will know it was not my strength, but your grace that carried me through. Lord, there were so many moments when I thought of giving up, when the waiting felt endless and my strength seemed gone. But it was in those moments that your presence sustained me. When my hands grew weary, you lifted them. When my faith wavered, you whispered, keep believing, because you are the God who honors those who stay. The miracle is not only for those who ask, it is for those who persevere. Perseverance is the soil where promises take root. While many give up, your Spirit teaches me to remain, to pray when nothing moves, to believe when everything says it's over. Because your faithfulness never comes late. It always arrives right on time. Lord, give me a heart that doesn't grow cold with delays, that doesn't lose hope with silence, that keeps trusting even when the weight feels heavy. Teach me to walk quietly but with faith, to wait not with despair but with peace. I believe there are miracles forming in the unseen as I wait. Even when everything appears still, your purpose is in motion. And when the appointed time comes, what today feels like pain will turn into praise. That is why I won't give up. Because the God who promised is the same God who will fulfill, Lord. There are scars I once saw as signs of failure, but now I recognize them as marks of your faithfulness. What once wounded me now teaches me. What once broke me now reminds me of your grace. You are the God who turns pain into stories of victory. Nothing is ever wasted in your hands. Every tear I cried was the beginning of something new. Every loss made room for a greater purpose. You turn mourning into dancing, weakness into strength, despair into hope. And when I look back, I see that even in the darkest nights you were carrying me. Now I understand that my wounds are not reminders of what I lost, but of what I overcame with you. They are proof that your love was stronger than the pain. Lord, use my story to heal others. Let the pain that once silenced me become a voice of comfort to those who suffer. Let every healed wound become living proof of your presence. Turn my past into an altar of gratitude and my scars into songs of faith. Because now I know What once broke me was the same thing that brought me closer to you, and that is the greatest healing of all. Lord, there are days when the soul feels colorless and the heart too tired to believe. Yet suddenly, in the middle of the desert, your presence breathes again, soft as a breeze but strong enough to bring life where everything seemed dry. Hope is reborn, small like a spark, yet bright enough to light the whole path ahead. Your presence renews what time has worn down. Where fear once lived, you plant courage. Where discouragement had taken root, you awaken faith. Slowly, what was lifeless begins to bloom again, because the hope that comes from you doesn't depend on circumstances. It flows from the certainty that your love never fails. Teach me, Lord, to see through the eyes of faith. Help me to keep hoping even when nothing around me changes, to believe that there are promises still waiting to be fulfilled. Teach me to value the waiting, for it is in the waiting that you prepare me for the new season you are about to bring. Today I declare, discouragement will no longer rule my heart. Your light is rising again within me, and with it comes the unshakable faith that I will see your goodness. Even if everything around me says no, I will believe in your yes, because when hope is born of you, it never dies. It blooms forever. Lord, you are the God who steps into broken stories and writes new endings. Where the world says it's over, you declare it's just beginning. Nothing is beyond your power to restore. When everything appears shattered, you gather the pieces and turn ruins into recreation. There were so many moments when I thought the dream had died, that the purpose was lost in time. But then your voice reached me, gentle yet mighty, reminding me, I am still here. In that moment, what felt like death became the seed of resurrection. You bring life to dry places and cause hope to bloom where there was only emptiness. What I lost, you can renew in an even more beautiful way, because your love doesn't simply return what was taken, it multiplies. Lord, I place in your hands everything that seems beyond repair. Breathe your spirit over what has withered inside me, my joy, my courage, my faith. Restore what time has taken, heal what pain has wounded, and turn my desert into a garden. Today I declare, nothing is truly lost when it's in your hands. What I once called an ending will become a new beginning written by your faithfulness, for where your spirit breathes, even what was dead comes back to life. Lord, I've learned that true victory doesn't begin when everything works out. It begins when the heart decides to trust before the outcome is seen. Trust is the soil where your power takes root. When I surrender fear and rest in your sovereignty, I stop fighting alone and begin to witness the impossible unfold. There is no victory without surrender, no miracle without faith. When the heart yields, heaven moves. It's in that space between fear and hope that your hand performs the extraordinary. Today I choose to trust, not because I understand everything, but because I know you are faithful in everything. Teach me to walk by faith, not by sight. Let my confidence be anchored not in what I feel, but in who you are. When doors appear closed, remind me that your power is the key that opens them. When the path looks uncertain, remind me that your love is the firm ground beneath my feet. Lord, help me rest in your promises. Let my soul learn to wait in peace, and my spirit rise with courage. I don't just want to win battles. I want to live in the victory that comes from trusting you completely. Today I declare by faith, everything I entrust to you transforms, and when my trust is fully placed in your hands, no circumstance will ever be able to defeat me. Lord, you are the God who steps into the middle of a story and changes its ending. Nothing is final while your will is still at work. When the world says it's too late, you show that there is still time. When hope fades, your breath reignites the flame. You don't just heal what was broken, you transform what was lost into living testimony. How many times did I believe it was over only to see you turn the page? You rewrote chapters with grace where pain once lived. You opened paths that seemed forever closed. You turned failures into lessons and disappointments into redirection. What I once called defeat, you named development. What I called loss, you called preparation. Lord, thank you for every time you interrupted my plans to give me something greater. Even when I didn't understand, I now see that your care surrounded me all along. You never lost control, even when everything slipped from my hands. I believe there are still pages your love is writing. And I know that in the end, what today feels like sorrow will become joy. What feels like confusion will turn into clarity, and what is now silence will become a song. Because when you decide to act, no past mistake can stop the new future being written by your grace. Lord, after so many battles, my heart is finally learning that true strength is found in surrender. There is a kind of peace that doesn't come from having answers, but from quietly trusting you. It's when I stop trying to understand everything and simply rest in your presence that I discover what real soul rest means. You teach me that resting is not giving up. It's believing that you are still working even when I am still. It's realizing that the weight was never mine to carry, that control has always been in your hands. Today, I choose to release the burden of trying to fix everything and to hide in your faithfulness. If tomorrow feels uncertain, I know your love is steady. If the road ahead is long, I know your grace will be enough for each step. Lord, teach me to live light, not holding on to what isn't mine. Teach me to breathe deeply and remember that your timing is perfect. Let every heartbeat remind me that you are here, guiding all things with purpose and love. When anxiety tries to return, let me remember this truth. The God who calms the storm also calms the mind. Your peace is my refuge, and your presence is my home. Lord, praise is the sound of faith when words are no longer enough. It is the voice that rises from the ruins and still declares, "You are good." To praise you is not to deny the pain. It is to lay it at your feet and choose to see your greatness, even when the heart bleeds. When I lift my worship, something shifts inside me. The heaviness gives way to your presence, and weakness turns into strength. You dwell in the midst of praise, and where your name is exalted, the impossible begins to move. The walls of Jericho didn't fall from the shouts of despair, but from the cry of faith. I want to praise you that way, Lord, not after everything is solved, but while your power is still working. I want to sing in the storm, raise my hands in the valley, and declare that your name is greater than any affliction. The enemy fears. Praise, because it is the weapon that breaks chains. When the heart worships, darkness loses its grip. When the Spirit exalts you, the atmosphere changes. That is why, even weary, I will worship. Even confused, I will bless your name, because my praise is not based on my situation, but on the certainty of who you are. Lord, may my praise rise like sweet incense before you. May every song whispered through tears become spiritual victory. Fill my mouth with worship until sorrow has no room to stay. Let my home, my day, and my heart echo with the melody of your name. Today I declare, my praise will be the seed of my victory. Even if the winds blow hard, I will sing, because the God I worship is the same one who turns battles into blessings and mourning into dancing. And when my praise fills the heavens will respond. Lord, every tear I once cried now makes sense. What once felt like meaningless pain was really part of the masterpiece you were creating in me. Victory didn't come all at once. It was built quietly, through every prayer in the dark, every moment of faith when my strength was gone. Now I see. While I waited for a miracle, the greatest miracle was happening inside me. You made me stronger, more sensitive to your voice, and more aware that nothing is impossible for the one who believes. What the enemy tried to use to break me, you turned into fuel to bring me closer to your heart. Today I can look back without sorrow, only gratitude, because now I see. Nothing was wasted. Every pain became preparation. Lord, I exalt you because you fulfilled what you promised. Victory came not because everything was fixed, but because peace finally won within me. Faith has matured, love has grown deeper, and fear has lost its place. What looked like the end became the start of something new, and the desert that once drained me has turned into fertile ground. Now I understand the waiting, the detours, and even the tears. You were shaping me for this moment. You are the God who writes with perfect precision, who transforms pain into purpose, tears into songs, and the past into testimony. So today I praise you, not only for what you've done, but for who you've been through it all. May the victory you've given me not stop with me. Let it reach others. Use my story as light for those still walking through the dark. Let every word, every scar, and every new beginning reflect your grace. Now I know, Lord, it was never about what I would lose or gain. It was about who I would become in you. And in that truth, I have already won. If this prayer spoke to your heart and reminded you of God's love, write in the comments, Amen. Don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who also needs a moment with God, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next prayers. You could be the answer to someone's prayer today. Leave your prayer. Request in the comments below. It will be an honor to pray for you by name, and if you've never made this prayer before, you can do it right now with a sincere heart. Lord, may I live my next days saved by your grace. When people look at me, may they see a reflection of your love. Today I pray, Jesus, I receive you into my heart. I choose you and surrender my life to you. Write my name in the book of life. I am yours forever.